So if you're here just because you saw the title, I'm just going to give you guys a quick little shortcut here. Just overexpose the film. That's literally it. When it comes to shooting Portra 400, the box speed or the box ISO is 400. So what most people do is they meter at 400. And obviously there's nothing wrong with metering at 400, sending off your film away to somebody else and have them develop it at 400. But I will say I didn't really like the color of my film at the time. I did not like the way that my film looked at 400, and I felt like it was just a little bit too dark and maybe a little bit too green. So what I decided to do going forward was try to figure out a way that I could kind of make my process just a little bit easier on myself and get a more consistent result in overexposing my film. So what I do in getting the most consistent results at shooting Portra 400 and getting a slight overexposed image is by metering at 200. So what that means is I am going to tell my camera, or I am going to tell my meter or my phone meter that I am shooting at ISO 200, which will basically tell you that you need to open up your aperture more, or you need to drop the shutter speed a little bit more, thus allowing more light into the film. The way that this kind of works is if you develop your own film, this might not apply to you, but I would say even if you develop your own film, this is actually a good way to do it, only because you won't have to change any of the formulas that you are currently doing with your Portra 400 film developing. But also what this will allow you to do is also continuously shoot at ISO 200, or metering at 200 rather, and getting the same result across any single type of frame that you decide to shoot. Okay, so here's a good explanation. Right here on the left side is where I change my ISO on my Canon AE1P. On the inside of there, it'll tell me where I need to put my aperture at in order to get a perfectly exposed photo. So when I change this from 200 to 400, it'll tell me to shoot at f4 in this scene right now. But when I drop it down to ISO 200, it'll tell me to shoot at f2.8. So it'll give me a little bit more light inside of my photo, giving me a slight overexposure in ISO 400. Okay, so I'm really hoping that this explanation has actually helped a couple of you guys in kind of understanding what I mean by metering at 200. Personally, the reason why I meter at 200 is because I like my Portra 400 to be exposed just a little bit more. I just like the way that the colors look. I feel like the colors pop a little bit more. It's a little bit overexposed, but not too overexposed where it just looks so blown out. Portra is actually really good at keeping all the highlights and all the information inside of the film, which is why it's so popular of a film. All I want to say now is thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for commenting, subscribing, all that stuff. I'm a little bit over 1,000 subscribers, and I've kind of been there for a little bit, so if you're watching this video or watching my content for the very first time, please do me a favor, go check out some of my older videos. I have a lot of videos about Portra as well as different types of film stock. I want to get more into doing that kind of stuff, doing more photo shoots now that things are a little bit more opened up and things are a little bit easier to plan with certain individuals. Thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate you guys all, and with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. So, see ya. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, I am in the great outdoors. This is a stupid intro. I am not going to use it. Maybe I'll put it at the end. I don't know.